All right, back at it again, doing that wacky, crazy stuff, filming a video. In this video, I'm going over my top 30 favorite songs that came out this year, songs that I heard. And I specify that these are only songs I've heard because there are way more songs I did not hear in comparison to songs that I did hear. Probably a difference by a magnitude of, 10, 100, 1,000 or more. All right, so let's see, what else did I want to disclaim? I'll go ahead and say the same thing that I said in the albums video, and that is, I hope that's filming straight. All right, brain fart. The thing I want to say. Yes, okay, so, I lost it again. That's what I wanted to say, and this video is on the fly. There's not really a script other than a list of my favorite albums. So I don't know, maybe I'll edit some stuff out, but I will stutter. I will throw in fillers in my sentences. I will string words and thoughts together that might not always be coherent or necessarily convey the meaning that I'm trying to put out there in the video. So it is what it is. I guess that's kind of what makes it fun. So hopefully you have fun. All right, so on to my top 30 favorite songs. For these 30 through 21, I think I might just name the song and the artist attached to the song. So for 30, we have Alive Ain't Always Livin' by Quelle Chris. For 29, we have I'm Not Maternal by Otoboke Beaver. For 28, we have Return to Monk E by Viagra Boys. For number 27, we have Remorseless by Billy Woods. For number 26, we have La Corriente by Silvana Estrada. For number 25, we have Tear Gas by Conway the Machine. For number 24, we have Crash by Charlie XCX. For number 23, we have Baby by Petrol Girls. For number 22, we have Living Torch 2 by Callie Malone. And for number 1, we have Ignore Tenderness by Julia Jacqueline. All right, so on to my top 20 favorite songs I heard this year. At number 20, we have Tragic Heroine by Ashenspire. Just like aggressive, assertive, in-your-face, experimental metal group with like really great lyrics to boot. That one about how no such thing as great men, only the great many, but like screamed at the intensity that it is on that song. It's really undeniable when you hear it on that track. For number 19, we have Shotgun by Soccer Mommy. Believe it or not, the title might suggest otherwise. This is actually like a really cute love song, and anytime a love song manages to use imagery or metaphors that seem really counterintuitive, like something that you won't typically hear on a love song, that's always nice. I'm always a big fan of that. Number 18, we have It Hit Me by Charlotte Odidri and Bolus People. That track is so danceable, but at the same time kind of sad when you really listen to the lyrics and you know what that great dance track is about. So hats off to them for managing to give me that unique experience this year. Next up, we have When Talking Fails, It's Time for Violence by Wormrot. Even though this is a great grindcore metal band, this track is pretty much straight up punk at some points. And it's not just punk, it's really good punk music. So I kind of lost my marbles when that happened. So I was really happy to hear that song and knew that I was going to make it on this list as soon as I heard it. Next up, we have Mess Mend by Horse Lords. They're back at it again, just making mind-melting experimental rock music. But something about the guitars on this one are also just like really poppy and danceable as well. So again, just great track all around. Was super impressed with it. All right, next up we have Sugar Zoo by Black Midi. I liked this album a lot that this song was attached to, but this song specifically, I came back to quite a bit throughout the year. Just really aggressive, really assertive, really in your face, but like technically proficient to the point of being borderline inhuman as well. Like, how can anyone play their instruments this good by themselves, let alone in a group on pace with every other artist in the group? It's a miracle that this song exists. All right, next up we have Sick by Earl Sweatshirt, the song, the title track off of his new album. And not only are just like his bars and his metaphors super creative and super poignant, given how we're just at what feels like the tail end of the COVID years, hopefully, knock on wood. But I also love the samples that he uses in this song, especially that spoken sample at the end. If you feel bad about it, do something about it. Very great way to end the song. Next up, we have Hearts Aglow by Wiseblood. And it's just, I'm always at a loss for words whenever I talk about Wiseblood's music, because it's so pretty, it's so beautiful, and every time I listen to it, it transcends just everything. It sends me to another planet. Planet Natalie Merring, population me. After that, at number 12, we have Oh My Love by FKA Twigs. And this is kind of a diss track against some form of ex-lover. But the thing that's so wholesome about this is that it's a diss track without being a diss track. I mean, the whole idea of like, it's over, but you still have no idea what your potential and no idea like how good of a person you really are underneath everything. I had never heard that on a song before, and that, I felt that. That was nice. That was wholesome. That was cute. At number 11, we have The Truth, The Glow, The Fall by Anna von Volsouth off of her new live album. And with this one, it is a journey. This is a journey of a song. I think it runs maybe about 7 or 8 minutes, but it's almost like an album's worth of quality and entertainment all on one song. Please, even though it's not in the top 10, it very easily could have been. This song is great. All right. Now, for our number 10, well, I say our, but my 10 favorite songs that I heard this year. At number 10, we have Mistakes by Sharon Van Etten. And any song, I'm a sucker for songs that talk about self-love, regardless of flaws in a person. And this song has self-love in spades. The idea that you're more than your mistakes, and are your mistakes really mistakes if they lead you to be the person you are today? I love that, and I appreciate her saying that. All right, at number 9, we have N95 by Kendrick Lamar. This song is so necessary. I mean, in an age where it seems like so many big-time celebrities lack self-awareness, it's so nice and refreshing to hear someone on the other side of that coin like Kendrick Lamar. The idea of taking off the facade and getting a real glimpse of who you are under everything that you claim to be, I think is a really important topic, and not a topic that you hear discussed enough in any song, let alone a rap song. So hats off to him for that track. Next up, we have Horse and Rider by Richard Dawson. Richard Dawson, if you didn't already know, is probably, I don't want to say the best, but there's an argument that he's the best singer-songwriter of this day and age, last decade and potentially this decade as well. And this closing track off of his new album, it just floored me. So poignant, so creative, so vulnerable, so awesome-tacular all at the same time. He never disappoints. Honestly, he just never does. You knew these guys were going to make it. At this number 7 spot, we have Doritos and Fritos by 100 Gex. Where's the album? I wanted the album this year, but that's okay. Take your time. I know you probably have other things going on as well, and you probably wanted to release the album too. But I appreciate the release date, and I appreciate this song to hold us over in the meantime, because I love it. It's perfect. Thank you. All right, at number 6, we have Ikaru by Haru Nemuri. I'm pretty sure that whenever Haru Nemuri drops music, she will always make it somewhere on this list, as long as I keep making lists like this. Because, I mean, she's found a sound that just works so well for her. I know maybe it's kind of greedy of me as a fan to say this, but I hope she never leaves it, because it's great and I love her for it. All right, at number 5, we have Bites on My Neck by Yule. And this song, the way it blends her vocals with the electronic samples going on in the background to the point to where sometimes it's really hard to distinguish which is which, was just mind-blowing for me, like on first listen. I don't know if I've heard a electronic song with vocals that's done it quite like this, and I hope this is a trend that I get to hear more of in the future. Or hopefully she just keeps dropping music, because if she keeps doing stuff like this, she's found a fan for life right here, reporting for duty. All right, at number 4, we have Spud Infinity by Big Thief. I'm a sucker for a good jaw harp, and this song has not only a good jaw harp, it has a fantastic jaw harp. And again, just another song about exploring self-love and universal love, and just wondering aloud, when are we all just going to get along? You know, how long do we have to wait? How long is that going to take? You know, we're all just people, right? But again, this song said it in a way that was a lot more interesting and a lot more entertaining than that. All right, so now at number 3, we have Selfish Soul by Sudan Archives. And from like the opening thundering bass to her vocals to the violins is just, this is probably the song I had on repeat most this year. I just couldn't, I was addicted to this song, and I probably will for quite a bit longer as well, because it's just that good. All right, at number 2, we have the single Angel Band by Tyler Childers. And honestly, I know if you listen to this song on the album, there's 3 different versions of this song, but pick any one of them, because they're all good. They're all fantastic. They all make me cry. Again, I'm sure you've noticed this trend not only in this list, but in my other list as well. But any song that just talks about getting along with other people despite our differences, and kind of proclaims that message and that notion of self and universal love, it has my vote. It has my vote. Of course, I want the music underneath the message to be good too, but it's Tyler Childers. I mean, that was never something I had to worry about to begin with. And last but not least, my number 1 favorite song that I've heard all year is Basketball Shoes by Black Country New Road, the closing track off of their new album, Ants From Up There. So this song, even though sonically they're not all that related, and kind of makes me think of Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, because that song is an odyssey. That song is an adventure. It is a magnum opus of everything music can do for a listener. But despite how great Bohemian Rhapsody is, I feel like this song is Bohemian Rhapsody for our generation times 100. Like, this song is just larger than life, just it blows your socks off, or blows your socks away, pants on fire, hair back, all of those nice things that you could say about a piece of art, I will say about this track. Because not only is it the song of the year for me, it might even be my favorite song of the decade so far. Maybe even one of my favorite songs ever. So I'll go ahead and edit it there. Please give it a listen if you haven't already. That's the video. I appreciate your time so much. And just keep doing your thing. I mean, I know you criticize yourself, and so do I. You think, oh, I could be doing so much better, but I mean, what you've been doing has got you this far, so I don't know. How bad could it be? Stay comfortable in your own skin. Take care. Love you. Bye. This is genuinely an experiment. I think it's right about there, and if I'm right about here, then the image should look something like this.